Hi friends, welcome back to Sheena's Homestead. If you're new here, I'm Sheena and this is my homestead. I am taking you out to our garden because last night we had a tornado and apparently it touched down on the golf course, which is our backyard, as you know. So I'm going out there to see if our trees are okay and all of our stuff. My brother lives not that far away and he said that they did have a little bit of damage. So I am praying that everything is okay as far as those trees go. Thank God nothing happened to our home or our family. We were in the basement. We've had so many tornadoes in the past couple days. Two days ago, there were 13 confirmed tornadoes in our area, which is just nuts. And then, I mean, they weren't bad ones, usually, Anna. They weren't bad ones, but I mean, a tornado is a tornado. So anyway, I'm headed out to the garden for the very first time with you, and we're gonna just make sure everything is okay. I hope it is. Okay, I guess we will start with this part. I know that looks like a tornado hit it, but it didn't. That is just my onion tops are bent over because we are getting ready to harvest those, and that's how you handle them. So, okay, everything here looks good, and my tomatoes look pretty decent as well. I mean, you can tell that there was a lot of wind. I've got to stake them, but yeah, I mean, I'm pulling all this out today because it has gone to seed and the chickens are gonna get a treat. But yeah, I can definitely tell by my tomatoes that there were some definite high winds. Okay, so let's head out to the orchard and take a look. Okay, looks like everything is okay. Here's the apples. I mean, this is getting really heavy, and you can tell that it was windblown for sure. I'm sure it'll perk back up in a couple hours, but I should probably get Rob out here to help me stake some of these branches to give them a little bit of support. This one looks okay too. Wow, these are really starting to get big. That's exciting. Okay, peaches. As you know, we put Alessandra's bunnies little fertilizer on our tree. So that's nothing, but it looks like nothing fell off the trees for the peaches. No, I mean, we're looking really good here. Oh, this branch is stuck up on that one. Here you go. I can't believe that there isn't any damage, but thank God. Okay, this one, it looks like a couple plums came off, but I'll take it, that's okay. These apples are doing great. Doesn't look like anything came down. No, we're looking pretty good here. Ooh, even our grapes, look at that. Those will be ready soon. Okay, breathing a sigh of relief because I think everything turned out to be okay. We even have some pears up here growing, and that looks to be okay as well. And I'm looking over the fence at the golf course. Doesn't look like any damage in this part. So, I mean, obviously golf courses are pretty big. So I guess it might not have been in our little area, but whew, that is scary. I mean, we were more worried about our livestock and the lives of our family last night. I didn't really think about the fruit coming off the trees or anything until my brother texted to ask, obviously if we were okay first, but then also if our trees survived. And so I ran out here with you, and it looks like God protected us once again. So thankful for that. no, the farm is really doing good. We are in full-blown harvest mode, and we're really enjoying the farmer's life. So thank God everything is okay. I'll give you a little quick update and show you what we're working on as far as harvesting and what new things are about to come to life for us. Kale is coming in nice and thick. Really good. It's such a nice tender leaf, this variety. We really like that one. And this is zucchini. This is the second round that I planted. So we're starting to get harvest on that. Oh goodness, I gotta pull that one off for sure. And then we have tomatoes. I've gotta get these staked. They're growing a little wild here. Going wild on the farm. And then these are all Roma and San Marzano, which are determinate varieties. They won't get much bigger than this. And we're getting close there. Look at that. And then we have a couple of super sweet 100s. That's what these all are. And oh yeah, that's gonna be good. And then Granny Cantrell. And that's behind there. I will say I was probably pretty aggressive in planting this many tomatoes close together. They always look like such small plants when you're planting them out in the spring, and then when they get bigger you're like, oh, that's why they told me to space those out. But as I told you, I have the too much gene. I'm aggressive when it comes to that. But that's okay, that's okay. There's room for improvement. Every grow season we learn something and we try something new and we make ourselves better gardeners. So that's okay. Here we have our yellow squash. Oh gosh, I gotta start picking. You want to keep picking those because you don't want them to get too big on the vine. It tells the plant that you don't need any more and it stops producing. So I will pick all of those in just a minute. Here we have some green beans. Let's see, I just harvested these. Oh my gosh, I must have missed this one. That's a big one. These are dragon tongue variety, and they are prolific providers here. But I just harvested, so only got a couple left here. This is another thing you want to continuously harvest, because if you don't, it tells the plant that you don't need any more, and you don't want that to happen. So just keep taking them off. So with the green beans, when they first start to come to harvest, a lot of times there isn't enough of a harvest for 6 of us to eat at one time. So what I do is I take them, bring them inside the house, and put them in a Ziploc bag with a dampened paper towel. And this allows me to keep them fresh for a longer period of time while I build up the harvest that keeps coming out of the garden, and then I'll have enough to feed a family of 6. So that is a good tip if you're just starting out on your green beans. Here is the zucchini, and man, it is coming in hot. We are in the thick of July here. The air is very humid and very moist. So the cucumbers and the zucchini are just loving that. Oh my gosh, let me show you. Look how cute that is. This is going to be a pickle. We're gonna pickle them. They're Boston cucumbers. And look at that. They're just so cute. And then here we have a green bean. I believe this is a contender. Either that or it's jade. I'll have to look up in my journal which one I planted here. And some more green beans. I think my corn is kind of a failure this year. I had a lot more planted, and bunnies got to it, so we will try that again next year. Actually, I think I'm going to plant directly in the ground, do a whole row. Oh, and here are my peppers and jalapenos, and they're doing really good. Look at that. They're enjoying this hot weather too. So just to recap things that are going on in the month of July, we are still planting. I have some lettuce that I just planted up near the house in a separate container. So we're gonna get that rolling again. We can still do carrots. I planted a couple cabbage. We'll see if we can get a better yield on that. Those cabbage butterfly really love the cabbage. But as we go further into July and then into August, our fruit trees are going to be ready. It's gonna be awesome, and I am fully ready to harvest and preserve as much of that as I possibly can. Oh, and our blackberries. Our blackberries are almost there. We had one just the other day to try. It was delicious, and I can't wait for all of them. So that's kind of where we're at here on the farm. I'd love to know where you guys are at on your gardens, how things are going, what things you found out you're good at, what things you feel like you want to try again next year, and see if you can't make it a little bit better, make it grow a little bit more. And don't get discouraged, because one of the biggest things about gardening is finding the right varieties of plants that work for your area. And one of the cool things about keeping seeds from year to year for your own garden is that those seeds genetically adapt to your area. So if you're growing a plant that you really like over and over and continuously getting a harvest, and then keeping those seeds for the next year, you will find that that plant just continues to do better in your space. And that is the magic of genetics, and it's pretty cool. It's really neat. So we are going to do that together as we get deeper into the season, keeping seeds, collecting them. I already got my envelopes ready, so we're cooking, and the flowers are starting to come up over in my little photography area. I'm really excited. They're not blooming yet, but they're getting higher, so we're getting closer. I'm really excited. So all in all, things are going great around here, and thank goodness we're all okay. Tornado wasn't that big of a destruction. I hope everything over on the golf course is well, but I mean, if there's a place for a tornado to touch down, it's most definitely a golf course where there are no people, especially in the middle of the night. So thank goodness. Thank you so much for following along with me today. I am so glad everything is okay, and I hope all of your stuff is going well in your gardens as well. Drop me a note below, let me know. Margaret, I want to hear about your stuff. I hope all of your things are going well too. And I will see you guys next time on Sheena's Homestead. Have a great week. Bye. I'm popping back on to show you how I store my green beans. So now we have enough to cook for all 6 of us. But you know, when you're only getting a couple a day to begin with, you want to just store them in the fridge with a damp paper towel. And I mean, some of these are 4 or 5 days old and they're still nice and crisp. So this is what you want to do until you're ready to cook them all at once. Have a good day, friends.